September 19th, around 8 a.m. I got on trail around 7:45. Today is the day that we summit Mount Washington. First look at the sky today. It's beautiful. Climbing Mount Pierce right now. I just climbed up to another ledge. If it stays clear like this is gonna be one incredible day. Yesterday was a battle through that weather, up and over all them slippery rocks. We got a nice little tent spot on a platform though. Oh man, this is gonna be a day right here. That's where I'm going. Mount Pierce is this little green knob. And then that's Mount Washington up there. Looks cold. This is the summit of Mount Pierce, looking at Mount Monroe, the little one with the cloud on it, and Washington after that. Coming off the backside of Pierce. This is it's socking in. I mean, it's totally possible to lose the visibility on the day. We'll see. Maybe not. I'm gonna stay positive. It's just all them clouds from the valley are just starting to disperse and blow straight through here. It's just constantly changing. I'm just gonna hope it'll be nice when we need it to be. Still coming down the back of Pierce, and it's kind of cleared up again, on and off. That's Madison. Yeah, it's almost 9. I'm starting to hike up all these knobs to Mount Monroe. The Appalachian Trail doesn't actually go over the very, very summit of Monroe. It's a side trail. I probably won't take it, honestly. I can't add mileage to my day out here. It's hard enough as it is. Just getting to where you need to get. This trail goes off in the woods right there. That's the city of Lincoln where I was stayed 4 days ago. Way down there in the valley. wind has picked up quite a bit. This big rocky one. The AT doesn't take you over that. I'm good with that. It's beautiful out here, but it's so windy. Little spot that's protected for about 2 seconds. A small group of people came by us, 3 ladies, so I turned it off-road. This is coming back down a switchback. It's hard to even hold on to my phone. Oh, right here in these little pine trees is a nice spot. Oh, I think I'm keep weaving on through this. Washington's on the other side of there. You can actually see a couple hikers way up on top of that little flat. Somebody was telling me Mount Washington has the highest recorded wind speed, not during a storm or a hurricane. So just normal winds without a storm. Over 200 miles an hour. Yeah. So I guess this wind isn't too bad. They also say there's only 40 days a year where there's a clear view from the summit of Washington. Maybe today will come out. It's about 10:17. I came 3.2 miles. I'm a little over halfway to the summit of Mount Washington. This is something else. Let's have a look here. It's Mount Washington. From here, you can see way over there the cog trains going up the side of Mount Washington. There's a little yellow one, and there's the other one. That's way over there, going all the way up to the top of Mount Washington. Way up there. Whoa. That's up there. Wrapping around the side of Mount Monroe right now. We're about half a mile or so from the Lake of the Clouds hut, where we're gonna stop and get some water and maybe a snack. This is amazing. I think when I get over this hill in front of me, I'll be able to see down to the lake and the hut. There's so much pyrite and shiny stuff in this dirt. It sparkles like a diamond. I don't know if you can see it or not on the camera. That's the huge range I just came over today. All the way from right there where coal is, down that swoop and all the way across that long rocky hump, and then on the back side of that mountain is where we camped. It's about 10:55 now. We're getting closer. I believe the climb pretty vertical, 1.4 miles from the hut up to the peak of Mount Washington. So the hut's a good place to get a water and eat your lunch or something, you know. Fuel up to get up there. This is just a blessing having the weather I've had this entire trip. I've had bad weather, but I've had good weather every single time I've needed it. Pretty cool. Look at Washington. Now cut between summit of Monroe, all the way around down the AT. There's the lake that's in the clouds way down there. What a place. I gotta walk a little ways back here to see this a little bit better. I went past it. There's just so many trees down there. Hard to see them. They're all turning colors. The camera's really not picking it up. You can start to see the roof of the hut. Oh man. It's been a hike this morning. There's another part of the lake down here. And the hut's right over here. Oh wow, it's pretty, very pretty. The famous Lake of the Clouds. This is the hut down here. It's closed for the season. They must have just closed it for days. There's a million-day hikers down here that hike Appalachian. So far, me and Cole are the only through hikers out here. 1.4 miles to the top of Mount Washington. I reached the summit of Mount Washington. I'm getting there. I'll view back. That's the way that we came from. There's a million tourists out here all over the place. There's the train. This is like a summit house hut. And They have snacks and stuff here in the Tip Top house. Very cool moment. One of the most beautiful days you could ask for out here. The terrain is pretty cool. This is a huge line to get a picture taken. This is the view looking northeast, east from Mount Washington summit. There's just so many people here. It's hard to want to hang out. It's just been beautiful. We've looked it all over. We took a picture at the summit sign, a couple of us hikers, and had pizza inside the snack shop. And I packed out a couple a little ham sandwich. I mean, it's an amazing view. Pretty special day up here. This is the path and direction I came up from. Way over there, the highest ridge you can see is Franconia, Mount Lafayette, where I came over the other day. Then I came over each ridge in between here and there. You can see for so far out there. It's pretty cool. I see why a lot of people like to visit here. If it's true what they say about only around 40 days a year you can get full visibility, this is pretty cool. Out of 365 days of the year, I ended up here on a day you can see. Hiking down the backside of Mount Washington. Whew. Nice lake way down there. Birds are soaring. A huge valley right here. Huge. Just drop straight off, like down into a gorge for as far as the eye can see. Way down there to another little lake. Massive. That's something. I think we have another quarter mile And this trail called the Jewel Trail splits off from the AT, and then all the day hikers will be taking that Jewel Trail down to the parking lot. I should be back out into the wilderness again. It's pretty rough getting down here though. One heck of a view though. Take a couple steps and look up. Take a few steps, look around. What a trail. What an experience this has been, this whole trail. This is the highest mountain that I'll have climbed, I think. I don't think any of the rest of them ahead are this tall. Pretty sweet. There's some people going up here, so I'm gonna cut this off for a minute. Can't think of a better place to spend an afternoon. The cog railway from Mount Washington takes boards way down there. It goes all the way up this mountain. All the way up to Mount Washington. So there's Mount Washington way up there. You come down. That's the Lake of the Clouds hut we went by earlier today. And then hiked up to Mount Washington from there. And this morning we did this whole mountain range in photo right now. And we came from down on the other side, these two little humps there in the middle of the screen was where we camped. That's Mount Lafayette in the furthest distance in the center. What a view. That's Mount Jefferson in the center of the camera. Then that little bump in the middle there is Mount Sam Adams, and the big one on the right is Mount Adams. We have to skirt along the side of all those before we get to the next water. Yeah, it's a ways up there. Oh, still coming down and around off of Washington. We're quite a ways away from it now. We've passed Jackson, and that's Mount Adams over there. But the whole thing is just, this is it. This is what I'm walking on. I mean, it's not, I mean, you can't just cruise through here. We got about 2.5 miles to go to get to the next water, but I don't think there's anywhere to tent there. We're really gonna have to find a place to stealth camp or find a little home for the night. There isn't really any tent sites or designated places on my all the information I have. The only place to stay is this hut for $150 or whatever in a bunk, or this. There is a tent site, but it's 0.6 off trail. And I'm not going 0.6, 1,000 feet down off the trail and climbing back out of there in the morning just for a place to sleep. So we're planning on just hiking to the water at the hut and then getting enough water for the night, and then finding the first flat spot we can put our tents on. But we still gotta go up and over there. Hiking up Mount Adams, or I think this one is Sam Adams and the next one is Mount Adams. Some days you walk all day without a view, and you have days like this where you walk all day with a view. It's a shame you gotta look at the ground so much to see where you're going. This is what you're walking through. Non-stop. Scrambled rock. I mean, look at this rock pile. Jeez. That's where we're going. This is looking back at Mount Washington. I'm about 1.4 from the next water at that hut. We come all the way down, all those bumps and ridges, all the way down that trail up to here. It's a lot of ups and downs. Right now I'm headed this way. I'm following all these little rock piles, as you can see. Just from one step at a time through this minefield of rock. That's Mount Adams. The summit up there, that big rock pile. It's still about 0.8 from the next water. city way down there. I'm wondering if that's not Gorham, New Hampshire, where we're headed. That's the next town. I get a hotel and a shower. Today is day 4 straight. Out here hiking in the whites. The food bag is a lot lighter. Started out with 6 days. After today, I'll have 4 days of it ate up. This rocky terrain has just been eating me up. Oh, my shoes are taking a hit. I'm starting to get holes on each side. I have to say this is a little bit rougher terrain than Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was just as rocky, but there wasn't really elevation changes. Out here, this is huge elevation changes with rock. What a day, though. This has been an amazing day.